What's up, boys? How's everyone doing today?
Excellent.
Damn.
Just driving around.
Awesome. Hey guys, I know some of you are in game, so if at any time during you guys are in game and you need me to clear comps or anyone to clear comps, just say it because I understand there's a lot of people in here. I just wanted to have a quick little chat with who we got online right now. And I wish more people were here. I wish the higher ups were here because this is who I want to be having the chat with as well. And I think you guys are doing a fucking awesome job. I just want to touch up on a few things and just get everyone on the same page. Sound good?
Sound good.
Yep.
The only thing we have to worry about is Mimic or one of them crashing their cars and blowing us up. But other than that, we're good.
I promise I won't crash this one, okay? It's only been 4. Jesus.
There's a reason why I'm not driving.
the reason why I'm driving.
And also,
Let's hear
guys,
yourself
this is an open conversation, so this is not me lecturing or telling you guys how to play the game. This is me literally just bringing up some points that I just as a cop force, I would just like to see enforced a little better. I'm not higher up than a lot of the guys in here. You know, Cage is really my superior, and Lennox the sergeant. So I'm just an admin who is noticing some things that I would just like to, get better and just talk about rather than it just keep going down the way it's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't really say I'm your superior. I honestly look up to you when I have questions.
Well, thank you.
You kitties.
I'm pretty sure admins are already sergeants.
That's true, but we I don't want to be I'm not telling you what to do here. This is let's just talk about it real quick. So the first thing I want to talk about is the overall attitude towards civilians. Listen, guys, I know civilians can be annoying. I know they could be trolls. I know they could be pains in the ass. But let's try and remember that we are the better person on the server, period. Because we are in the cop role, we spawn with guns. We are supposed to be the safekeepers of things. We have to maintain the maturity and the responsibility of being the people they can come to. So yes, a repair kit, if we have to take a repair kit all the way to DP11 in the middle of our day and we're not doing anything but trolling over at the Kavala car spawn, we need to do it because it makes the game really fun on their end, and it's sort of a nice thing for you to just get in your car and take a 5-minute drive over and be messaging them and being like, hey, I'm coming to help you out. We're the cops on the server. We're here to help you. I know we don't have repair people yet, and that's something we're trying to implement, but right now we do everything. We save cats from trees, we repair people's cars, we give people service where it's needed. You know what I mean? We don't suck dicks, but we we care about people.
No.
John, can I just interject for 1 second?
Yeah, of course.
There's a trucking airco, they charge for repair services, and
Yeah.
I do believe it is not within our task as a police force to do repairs. That's something
I
to
completely agree.
That's where I have to disagree, because we are basically what Sandman just said. We're here to serve and protect. Here in the United States, here in the United States, I don't know where you're from, but the police officers are mainly the ones that are called out in the middle of nowhere.
Someone got into it and...
Well, to be honest, where I live, there's the how to say, I don't know even English, but the guys in yellow cars, they come if your car breaks down somewhere. They're the ones who come, not the police to fix your engine.
Repair.
Yeah.
But also, Mafkeys, you gotta remember, we try and make this server as much as a life server as possible. But as of right now, there isn't a role, except for when the trucking and air company are on. That's great, and then you could lead people over, be like, oh, you know what? Trucking and air company is actually, it's a small fee. You just give him a name, be like Handgun Hero or Officer Rancor, who's in the trucking and air company. They actually could take care of you. Here's their number. Make it a role play rather than just say, no, we don't help you. We're cops. We need to protect from, because cops do the craziest shit. They're on the scene for everything, whether it's literally a broken finger or a huge tragic accident. So I just think for the server and where it's at right now, we need to be, we need to be on it. We need to be just for all situations. I don't mean that you have to do it every time. You can pass things off, but try and role play it. Be like, oh my gosh.
I agree with you when you say let's provide a service, to protect and to serve. I believe in that, but I do not believe in that we then have to respond to every call about a broken down car.
Completely
Like you said,
agree.
we can be serving as well by just pointing them towards the right direction. Like, yeah, go contact
Completely
the
agree.
trucking company.
But if I swear to God, if I see 3 reports of guys being like, or one guy just over and over like, I'm so sorry guys, like, can you please help me out? And there's 4 of you at
Like
the
me.
Kavala, car
exactly.
shop, like raping on people and yelling at people, and 2 of you are at the, you know, just fucking around, I will get upset, because it's like, these people need us right now and we're in a position to help them, and we're not
Yep.
because we're messing around. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, I mean, that's why I use my hunter all the time. I mean, a packet full of toolkits or, you know, stuff, and I just drive around and,
Plays the
you
ice
know,
cream man, dude. Toolkits
Yeah.
and his fucking, you just passing them out. Like, it's
I mean,
you can role play whatever you want. It's up to you.
That little boy got
I mean,
tickets in my
for me,
car.
that's the big part of the job. I love going out there, throwing my name out there, and, you know, making a good image for the department. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's the same
That's
thing.
what I
That's why
love.
I'm always in a helicopter. Every time I'm in a helicopter, I seem to be the only one to respond to random people.
But that's great, and that's so necessary. And Squeeze, you'll be known for that, and I promise you, you'll get a good name on the server, which is so awesome, and you'll just move up quicker. Seriously, guys, the people who are moving up the quickest, and maybe not right now, and maybe it's just things I've seen in the past, are the people who are role playing and the people who are doing the best job at what they do. Like, they're just doing the best they possibly can. They move up, and it just happens that way. And if you don't care to move up, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Like, you know, all of you are cops, period. If you have an R in front of your name, if you're a sergeant, if you're a patrol, you're a cop. So, like, we're all within, like, in this together. So, like, my main point was just have an attitude where it's not like we're better than you. It's an attitude where it's like, we're here to protect and serve you, and at this time we do have time for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, have a soul, guys. Is what he's saying. Have a soul.
Yeah, have a soul. I know it. And if you're
You
role
can't
playing,
remember.
if you're role playing the badass cop, role play it. That's fine. You can be the harsh cop who doesn't give a shit. I hear Cage like, "What the fuck you doing?" Like, that's funny. Like, that's okay. But at least Cage he's still thinking of the best interest. You know, when he's arresting someone, he's telling them, "Hey, you're being arrested for this," and he's still in his voice, he's still in his badass voice, but he's at least giving them he's reading them their rights, he's talking to them, he's letting them role play back. This is another big thing that I've noticed on here that we're not doing a great job of, is try and role play with the civs. Okay, guys, I know the rules say if they have more than $10,000 on their bounty, you take them to jail. I get it, but you know what? You can. If they are good at role-playing and they are like, "Listen, officer, I'm so sorry. My little dog got out and I was looking everywhere, scouring the world for him, and I happened to run 2 people over. I'm so sorry about this. It will not happen again." And you like that story, give them half a ticket. Give them $6,000. Ask an admin or a higher up to remove the bounty because you enjoyed the role-play that they brought. There's no problems with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. I'm not saying for every person to do that. Take them to jail if they're being, you know, snappy or they're not, you know, that's fine. But let's try and remember, jail is a bitch in this game. I mean, it can be more of a bitch, but like right now, it is a bitch to go to jail. You lose shit. You're just sitting around there. So like, people, if they're trying to make the role play to get out of it, at least work with them a little. If you still want to take them to jail at the end, make up a good reason why. Be like, "You know what, man? I just lost my grandfather today. I'm having a horrible day, and you know what would make my day better? To put you in jail for this $12,000 fine, because I'm not buying any of your bullshit. You're going to jail." So that's fun, and there you go. You just role played with them. You denied them, but it's okay. At least you gave them a reason. You know what I mean?
Come this way, Skitch. You're going
yeah,
a
I
long,
mean, I
long
completely
way.
understand. I mean, we are lacking roleplay in the force, as I've seen. I mean, basically, it narrows it down that everybody's just, most people that I've seen is after the bounty money. I mean, which I could care 2 shits about money.
Here's a new thing. Here's a new thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. For any of you guys, anyone who's in this room right now, you can tell all the other cops. If I see you, because I play as civs, I'm letting you guys know this. I play as, like, names that you'll never have noticed, civs. I drive around as one. I play it undercover. I'm not trying to catch you guys doing bad things. But if I see anyone with a good role play and I am in it, or I like watch it, or I see it as a cop, I will give you 25,000. I'll just send you 25,000 every time I see a good role play. 25,000 will be into your account, or maybe even 50. If it was an extra good one, I'll give you $100,000. I'm not kidding. Money. We're trying to keep the economy at what it is, because it's actually really going really well. And I'm not gonna be throwing money around like crazy. But no, like if that's the thing, if it's money, guys, the role play. This is a role play server. Role playing comes first. Yeah, go
It
ahead.
must be
better
better for a
without
quick
money.
sec. Is that a bribe, Sandman? We're gonna have to arrest you now for trying to bribe police force.
Everybody arrested.
Yes, it is.
I must be really good then if you keep always giving me 300 grand.
But I mean, honestly, these guys that I'm playing with right now, I mean, they may be only recruits, but I mean, they're doing pretty good. I mean, their role play is really good.
Here's the thing, and that's the thing, Cage, is like, who I wanted at this meeting, this little last-minute meeting, was the higher-ups, because who I'm having the biggest problem with right now is not you guys. And the only reason I'm talking to you guys about this is because you're here, and I just want you to be able to pass it along. I want you to be able to say, like, you know, like I learned, like, even if you take one thing from this and you're like, yeah, I should do this better. If the lower ups are doing it better, and I'm gonna have a talking individually with the higher ups, because there's been some bullshit this past week that I have not liked at all about roleplay. And if they're leading by example and showing you the wrong, I'm letting you know anything you've seen that's like non-roleplay or like executions that haven't been roleplayed out really well, that's bullshit. And you get in trouble for that. So any of you lower people, wow, I sound like a douche. Any of you recruits or patrol officers who've seen that, know that that's not right. And we try and role play this the best to our ability, and like that's what it's all about, is the role play, and like, you know, making the civs feel like they are something rather than just like a shield for us to shoot at, you know what I mean?
John, I hear everything you say, and I love you for even doing this, for just having this get together. But like you already yourself said, I don't think the people in here are the ones you should be talking about. Like, most people in here already do all the things you say.
That's perfect. And so this mainly, I'm not going to take too much more of your time. This is mainly just a refresher, and just so you guys know that me as an admin, I'm watching this and I have your backs on this, and if I see it with the higher ups, things are going to be happening over the next couple weeks, and you guys all have chance to prove yourself, like, to the role play, you know what I mean, of being a cop. And that's why you're here, which I love. So I'll only take 2 more minutes. There's just 2 more things I want to touch up. Does anyone want to say anything about that real quick?
No,
That's good.
I'm good.
I appreciate that you're saying it. I can say that much.
It's good to see you're one of the few people that can actually like come in and like take a couple minutes to actually discuss these things.
Dude, absolutely. It's so important. All right, so the second thing is new life rule, guys. We're doing a lot better with it. So everyone knows, I just want to clear it up with everyone. New life rule, it states that if you're in a role play situation, so say people are robbing the bank and you are killed, okay, if you're killed, you have to wait 15 minutes, set a clock, kitchen timer, set a timer, make sure it's 15 minutes, no less. It can be 60 minutes, that's fine. 15 minutes, and then you can come back to the role play event, and or blah blah blah. So you know, get back to whatever's going on. So what I always tell people is, if you die at the bank in Pygros, or like in that area, please respawn in Kavala, opposite side of the map. You're gonna have no chance of running in with these bad guys. Wait the 15 minutes. If you want to get back to Pygros, you will board out, you go to Pygros. That's Pyrgros, whatever. Fucking Italian.
Yeah.
Pyrgos.
It's great.
I also have something that I would like to bring up too. Basically yesterday, we were engaged in a role play with, you know, the people that's in here now, Mimic, Deoxide, and all of them, and Skits, and a few officers, you know, didn't abide by the rules. I mean, I didn't call them out because, you know, one of them being an admin, I didn't want to take the chance of me, you know, getting on their bad side. Mm-hmm. They didn't really roleplay that well, and Brian PC was on when he was supposed to be, when he was on, and they wanted Brian PC for the hostage, and, you Brian PC shrugged it off like he didn't give a fuck. And so basically, it all went to hell, and I started getting agitated and raging really bad because I was trying to play the negotiator, and every time I turned around or go to say something, cops were getting killed left and right, and it ended up being a 2-hour-long role play.
And it wasn't a direct attack on Brian PC. The only reason we wanted Brian PC is because he does not roleplay. We wanted some roleplay from him, and he shrugged it off. No Brian came in.
Also,
and
he was the
us.
highest cop at that time we started that roleplay.
Right, and that's something that I want you guys to know, that within the, you have to understand some of these guys have played on this server alone for 5 to 7 months, 8 months even, and have been here from the beginning. And they start getting, old, and they don't, Brian BC is definitely one of those guys. And this is not, I do not want to bash on him because he's a fucking awesome guy. If you guys,
he is. It's just, it was just, kind of, a slap to my face because, I was trying to do the role play with them.
Yeah.
And I ended up having to literally have them execute me because I was yelling at the cops so damn much that I woke my kids up.
Right, and I get that, and that's where I broke yesterday. Is I had frustration like that yesterday, and that's why these talks are going to be going on with the higher ups, and just with you guys, just a quick little brief touch up. Brian, anything you guys have, any problems you're having with players, and you're just sick of it, if you report it to the admin team, guys, I'm not bullshitting you. It goes so far. If I got a report, we usually are okay, let's keep our eye on this, guys. If we get 2 or 3 reports about something, change is gonna happen, period. So anything you guys see with an individual player and or a group of players with the names, you report it to the admins. No one can see it on the forums except for admins. We're not gonna talk about it with the person. It's gonna, so that's a very good note. Just, if you guys have any problems with individual role playing or whatnot, just report it to the admins because we really do look at that, I promise you.
I sort of think that, as a police officer, and for what's best of the police force, that we have a test for role playing and everything,
I agree. I think I agree.
And because I'm not saying any of the cops here suck at role playing, because you guys don't.
Amazing.
I love role playing with Sandman and all of them, Half Man, and I love playing with them. It's just some cops just don't know how to RP it. It's just trigger happy, I want to shoot the bandit.
I agree, but here's the thing, Cage. If everyone in this room right now is role-playing and playing it right, they're going to stick out like a sore thumb in front of me, in front of the other admins, in front of the other higher-ups, whoever are the good higher-ups at role-playing, and they will be gone. And I promise you, they will not be gone. They will be demoted down to a rank that they are fit for their role-play style.
The reserves being robbed.
To the bank.
That reserves being robbed.
Everyone who is on.
Shit.
You get. Let's pause this conversation. Let's all go to the reserve.
Actually, that might be a good indication of who roleplays or not.
We don't catch.